For today's vocabulary, so this is this today's article is about a painting from I can never say this right, Basquiat, that sells for $110.5 million. That's not a cheap painting. So let's look at the vocabulary, starting with number one, auction. I think maybe auction is used in Korea, right?
Yeah.
So basically, anytime when you have a sale, it says a public sale, it can be a private sale too, where people are allowed to bid on goods or property, and the item is sold to the highest bidder or the highest amount offered, right? You can auction like basically anything. In the US, we have eBay, which is like an online auction. eBay started, I remember this in college, eBay started an auction for college books. So when you finish your college class, you can sell your college books at an auction online. You can auction it. Auction can be a noun, a verb as well. Yeah, you can auction something off. Number two, an art critic. So anybody that's a critic is someone that gives some kind of feedback or a critique. A critique is basically when you offer some criticisms about any kind of work. You know, you have movie critics, you have art critics, you have all kinds of different critics. I think one thing that is often misinterpreted about art critics is people feel like art critics are very harsh. But I think that's not the case. A lot of art critics try to offer valuable feedback about something, about why something is valuable or why something is not valuable. So I think it's just that because art can be a very emotional thing, that people can interpret negative feedback as kind of insult. Number three, to outlast something is to live longer than or exist longer than something else. Outlast can be even for your job. You know, if you were talking about like maybe you were comparing yourself to a coworker who causes a lot of trouble, then you might say to yourself, oh, I'm definitely going to outlast that guy. Meaning I'm going to be here at my job longer than him because I'm doing better. You can also outlast someone by living longer than them, or you can talk about products. You know, if you were comparing different cars, you know, this brand will outlast this brand, meaning like this brand will last longer. Next, number four, Pantheon. It's kind of like the small circle of people who are like very famous or important in their field. You have this kind of basically with whatever kind of like I guess like field or industry or expertise maybe. So people that are just very highly regarded in these areas. It's like being A-class people, right? In your area. Next, number five, it's about time. This is a great idiom or expression. It's like you were saying that someone took too long, but they were just in time, maybe. Or it took them long enough. It's actually just like saying it took you long enough. If we started class and then somebody shows up during like the table topic, then I might say, oh, it's about time you showed up, if they were about to give a 1-minute speech as their role. If you are holding a birthday party for your child and everybody's there except for like one person, like maybe the grandfather, and he's coming. And then, so you have to start the party. You can't wait. So everybody's ready, and then you are preparing the birthday cake, and as you start to prepare the birthday cake, the grandfather arrives. Just in time, right? But a little bit late. So you might say, oh, it's about time he showed up. So that's the kind of moment when you say that. That is our vocabulary for today.